In the quiet silence, there is an eternal conversation between Creator and creation. But we can hardly hear. It's the violence of sound, the breakneck speed of things. Has noise become our only defense? But we are drawn by a whisper that we might hear and retune the senses as he waits for our response.
Be still and know that I am God. I don't know about you guys, but have you ever had one of those moments where you're just like, where everything is still and quiet and you're all alone? Those actually can be kind of creepy moments. When I was a youth, your guys' age, I was with a couple of my friends, and we were out in the woods in the middle of the night, and we were gonna light up a big bonfire using some Roman candles and everything, and we forgot to bring the gas to make it all do what we wanted it to do. And so unfortunately, we had to go back all the way to where the gas was. And my friends took off, and I just decided, I was like, I'm just going to stick around. I'm just going to hang out here for a moment and see what it's all about. And instantly, as everyone else is gone, what seemed like just fun and happy-go-lucky out in the woods just becomes the most eeriest and scariest thing you're ever stuck in. Everything just seems to come alive when everything is just kind of quiet in those moments. You can hear every blade of grass that moves in the wind, every little sound. It actually became so terrifying because of all the crunching around in the woods and stuff that I decided to climb a tree and stay in that tree until my friends got back. Which seems funny because it's only two more people standing out in the woods, but all of a sudden you feel safe. But it's just that time where you're quiet and you're alone, right? That just seems so eerie and different. But anyways, basically, guys, we're at this breaking point of this whole isolation, this whole being stuck alone deal. We're starting to see the stores reopen around town, and slowly our lives are being given back to us, right? The best description I can think of this is kind of like a bow and arrow, how it's this arrow that just keeps getting pulled back and this tension that's put on it, and then eventually, right, it's going to release and go. And when it does, life begins to get really fast, really quick, right? So I think right now, like you've seen in this video just before, is the best time ever for you to just be still, okay? And it seems odd, but hear me out, guys. I don't know if you've been listening to our Stronger devotional series and the Bible talks and that, but we looked at Nehemiah, we looked at Daniel, we've now been looking at Paul, and you see in all these guys that they kind of take this 3-step process in whatever they do, and that being that, first of all, they go to God, whether it's the Bible or prayer, but they're going to God first to get connected with God and to get a plan from God. And then secondly, you see them kind of act out in their faith, and then through that, you always see that they bear some sort of fruit for God. Something good comes out of it, right? So I can't help but think that before life kind of sweeps us back up again, before we just fall back and become complacent in the normality of the life that we're used to living, that we take this time to be still and to, whether that be getting into the Bible, right? I call it using the God phone. You read the Bible and then you pray to God. That's your way that you connect with Him. But we got to start acting this out at step one so that when we go ahead in our life, as we act out in faith, we have a plan with God. Another kind of analogy or picture that comes to my mind is like right now we're at home and we're kind of sitting on the couch, we're watching Netflix, or we're playing video games, right? Because in a lot of ways our spiritual heart is a lot like our own heart ourselves, right? And if we're always just sitting on the couch watching Netflix and playing video games and stuff, maybe eating chips and that, and then we get up and decide, oh, we're going to run a marathon, right? What's going to happen is you're probably going to run, have cardiac arrest, and then die because your heart can't handle it, right? It can't support the tension that was put on it because it wasn't prepared for it. And that's the same with our faith, right? If it's just stuck in a stale place and complacent, when the tension comes, when the quickness happens, when it's time to move, spiritually, we just can't handle it. We weren't ready for it. So like I said, there's kind of this 3-step process that we see, and it starts for us right now, I think, to be still, to just take it at step 1 and get connected to God. And in a practical sense for you guys, it's getting into the Bible. It's indulging into these Bible series that we've been doing here at the church with the Stronger Wednesday night or weekday devotions. We have Bible study going on with our youth group and through the Ignite page, you guys, and through our Instagram. Just get connected with us. Get ready because we need to be prepared because just like that bow and arrow, right? If we're pulling it back and we got that tension on it, and if we're going to let it go, it should be at a target. It should be at something. If you're just pulling that arrow back and let it go and there's no rhyme or reason for it, what was the point in pulling it back at all? What was the point of releasing it, right? So, I hope you guys be encouraged and just, get strong in your faith. So that's it for today. Happy Sunday, y'all. Take care.